Two local high school students have been recognized by the Princeton Club of Rochester for their work to improve race relations in their schools and neighborhoods. The winner of this year's Princeton Prize in Race Relations are Thomas Cuyler of the School Without Walls and Miles Christopher Perry of Greece Arcadia High School. We spoke to Miles last hour. Now Thomas Cuyler is with us. Well, congratulations, Thomas, on winning this award.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
We have actually spoken to you before here on WXXI about your work with race relations. I know you've done some work with after-school programs to help at-risk children. I know you spent a summer helping elementary kids to learn mathematics. But now this award is about your program called GIS, Geographical Information Systems. And this is kind of interesting. Explain to our listeners what this is.
Okay, so GIS Scholars is a youth mapping program, and GIS has anything to do with where is something, how to get from one place or another, or any piece of information that you can put in relation to location. Now, GIS Scholars was created to provide employment opportunities to young people, and something I always say is that we don't just, when you pay young people, it doesn't just end at paying young people. It actually impacts their entire family, because now one person in the family has the ability to pay for their own school supplies, their own clothes, their own food if they need it, and sort of alleviate some of the pressure off the parents or the single parents who have to stretch their pennies. Also, I always ask young people, when you're in the city of Rochester and you're in the inner city, where do you go to get money? I always say, they go to McDonald's or they go to Wegmans, and I was like, okay, but you don't get a lot of skills from there. Besides, if you want to, go to McDonald's and go to Wendy's afterwards, like, sure, you got it. But if you want to pursue like some sort of career, that's not giving you a whole lot of skills. And the educational programs that do give you skills don't pay you, and that's sort of I don't know. It just doesn't address the poverty in the city, and that's something that needs to be addressed. So that's what GIS Scholars are. And I always had this vision about, 20 years ago, you can graduate with a high school diploma and you can start working at Kodak. And now we don't have that. We need something that we can really take and go further with. And because the biggest employer in the city of Rochester is the city of Rochester, and they have over 100 GIS positions. We're training these young people, so when those people retire, those people that's working at the city, we have these people that we've been training all throughout their high school career to be able to take over those jobs.
And if people aren't familiar with what GIS does, it's geo-coded data, and you're using it to understand the impact of racial disparities, mapping the minority-owned businesses in our community, for instance. Yes. And what have you learned by doing that? What has it told you?
I learned that there are minority-owned businesses in the community, and that I'm not just saying that because a lot of people think that they don't exist. And actually it's black-owned businesses in particular that I'm mapping. And a lot of people think that black-owned businesses in the community are non-existent. We don't even have, because this is an ongoing project, because the data that we need, we secured from an organization called Black. Shout out to Adrian and the whole Black organization, because they helped us with this data a whole lot. They got us this data. And we don't even have a big portion of it, and we already know of 200 confirmed black-owned businesses in the Rochester area. And it's not just like, we got law firms, and we have, personal hair care and beauty businesses, and we have, wedding planners and photographers and restaurants. Like, it's very interesting. It's very empowering when you look at it.
Was that an inspiration to you and the other students you're working with?
It was, because right now GIS Scholars is just a program. I have a vision of turning this into a non-for-profit, and I'm a young black male myself. So when I see other young black individuals doing what I would like to do, it's just like I can do it now. And then not only can I do it, because I work with, high school age kids and younger kids. They see me doing it, and then they like, okay, now I can do it.
Well, Thomas, it sounds like you have great ideas. You're well on your way. Thank you, and congratulations again. I hope we talk again.
I hope so. Thank you.
That's Thomas Cuyler, a senior at the School Without Walls. He is one of 2 winners of the annual Princeton Prize in Race Relations here in Rochester.